Hey everyone, and thanks for tuning in to the Home Key Inspections how-to video series, in particular this video on how to winterize your hose bibs, a critical step to take every fall before the temperatures drop below freezing. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is address the name issue. There's actually many different names for the same thing. When I say a hose bib, I'm referring to this outdoor valve on the exterior of your home. That's where you attach your hose. Some other names you may have heard of or may be more familiar with in your area could include a Sillcock, an outdoor spigot, a spout, a faucet, or sometimes even a hydrant. But for the purposes of this video, we're going to continue to call this a hose bib. If you have a Frostproof type hose bib on your house, you may be under the impression that you do not need to winterize the hose bib. We actually disagree with that. I have personally seen a pipe that has burst when attached to a Frostproof type hose bib. So we recommend that you winterize all of your hose bibs regardless of the types, just to take extra precautions that you don't run into any frozen pipes in the winter. Okay, so the 4 steps quickly are: number 1, find your hose bib shutoff valve and turn the water off to your hose bib. How you do that is turn the valve clockwise or to the right until it stops. In particular, if you have a gate valve, one that has a circular handle, you have to turn it quite a bit. It'll travel a far distance for it to close the gate inside the valve, so keep going until it stops. Okay, so as you're turning the handle, you start to develop a drip. If you feel comfortable doing this, you can give this a shot. All you need to do is grab an adjustable wrench and find the packing nut, which is right behind the handle where the valve stem goes through. So the first nut behind the handle, that's your packing nut. You're going to put your adjustable wrench on that nut, and you're going to turn it clockwise to the right and get it nice and snug. Okay, usually it just takes a little adjustment, maybe a quarter of a turn or so. And the majority of the time, that's actually going to stop that drip or leak from happening. Number 2, go to the outside, and if you have any hoses still attached to your hose bib, remove them, put them away, and leave them off all winter long. Number 3 is go to the hose bib on the exterior, open it up, and let the water drain out until it stops, and leave that valve open for the remainder of the winter. And number 4, if it applies to you, find your hose bib shutoff valve with the bleeder cap and go ahead and bleed the system. Okay, you have now successfully winterized that hose bib. Congratulations, but before you leave this video, make sure that you've done all of your hose bibs. There's a chance that you may have multiple hose bib shutoff valves in your home. Some houses were built with one hose bib shutoff valve to shut the water off to all of the exterior hose bibs, whereas other houses, in particular more recent construction, they tend to have dedicated hose bib shutoff valves for each of the exterior hose bibs. If that's the case for you, you're going to need to repeat steps 1 through 4 for each one of your hose bib shutoff valves. Once you've completed that, just triple check that you have all of them winterized by making sure all of your hose bibs on the exterior of the home, including the garage, are in the open position and no more water is draining out. Now in the springtime, when you want to use your hose bib again, all you need to do is make sure, number 1, the temperatures are no longer going to drop below freezing, and you just reverse this process starting from step 3 of closing the hose bib and attaching any hoses again, going back into step 1, turning the valve back on. It's that simple, and now your hose bib is ready to go. If you need additional instructions, or if you're less familiar with your home, click the link in the description below or browse our channel where you'll find a more in-depth video on how to winterize your hose bibs.